All right, this is the second of two predictions. In the first prediction, we took a look at the upcoming super flyweight WBC World Super Flyweight title fight with Carlos Cuadras versus Roman Gonzalez. In this video, upset Saturday continues. Will there be an upset? Will there be two upsets? Or will we go chalk? We're going to talk about Gennady Golovkin versus Kell Brook. Now this fight comes on 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Remember that this fight is in the UK in Kell Brook's hometown. So 5:30 p.m. Eastern on HBO. And then at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern, we'll have the Chocolatito versus the Cuadras fight. So Gennady GGG Golovkin, 35-0, 32 knockouts, versus Ezekiel Kell, the special one, Brook, 36-0, 25 knockouts. This fight is for the IBF, WBA, and IBO World middleweight titles. Actually, I'm sorry. I believe it's the WBC. The WBA, they're not recognizing it. He also holds the WBA belt, but they won't recognize it as a title defense due to safety reasons, whatever that means. They've since kind of tried to spin the story, but safety reasons was the reason, and that's what we're going to go with, whatever the hell that means. I don't know if you checked out and I encourage you to before Saturday, the Golovkin and Kell Brook workouts on Tuesday. I mean, it looked like there was like 10,000 fans out there to watch the workout, and it could have been more. I don't know, but let's just say there were thousands of fans. Everyone agrees on that. Now, whether there were tens of thousands, I don't know. Television has a way of lying sometimes, so couldn't tell you how many, but we know there were thousands. And Kell Brook looked huge. So much so that Gennady Golovkin, he's expressed some genuine concern to his trainer, Abel Sanchez, about Brook's size. And while Sanchez has tried to calm Golovkin down numerous times, there's some floating suspicion that Brook hasn't been playing on the up and up. I mean, he is beyond muscular. I mean, this guy is like, if you look at, I'm a bit suspicious myself, but I mean, I can't make any allegations about anything at this point because there's nothing to confirm. But what we can confirm is that Kell Brook was the bigger man at the 30-day weigh-in. Golovkin was at 165 pounds at the weigh-in. Kell Brook was at 176 pounds, and it was muscle. He was ripped. So he was the bigger man at the 30-day weigh-in. He was also the bigger man about 5 days ago. Golovkin was 162 pounds and some change, I believe. And Brook was 167.8. We'll say 168 pounds. I think he's going to be the bigger man on fight night too. If he's the bigger man 30 days ago, 5 days ago, and we're looking at muscle. We're not looking at fat. So fight night, I'd love to see how much Kell Brook is rehydrated to. I really would. I wouldn't be surprised. Golovkin will probably rehydrate to under 170 pounds. So, very interesting. And then let's not act like this guy is some small guy either. Kell Brook. I mean, he's fought it over 147 pounds numerous times in his career. Let's not spin this. In this matchup, let's not look for excuses. This is a 5-star matchup. Now let's talk about some keys. Let's start with Brook. For Kell Brook to win, he's going to have to take some things from the Kassim Ouma fight and from the Martin Murray fight. Both of those guys gave Gennady Golovkin trouble. Kell Brook has to use his speed and lateral movement throughout this fight. He needs to get started early in this fight and look spectacular or pretty while he boxes. Now, notice I said look spectacular. And what I mean by that is be flashy. That smoke and mirror bullshit that Ray Leonard did against Hagler. I mean, don't get me wrong, he won his share of rounds, but a lot of it was flash in the pan. It was just flash. So with Brook, he has to move left. Then he has to give some movement to the right. My question is, with bulking up with all that muscle, will that hinder his plan? But that's part of the Kassim Ouma game plan with the movement. One thing of note, Kassim Ouma was a southpaw, and Golovkin was still developing at that point. This was back in 2011. But I will add that Ouma was about 5 years removed from that, like when he fought Jermaine Taylor and K9 Bundridge and guys like that. So he wasn't the Ouma that got the spotlight brought on him at one point. Another thing that Kell Brook, I would encourage him to do is to go to Golovkin's body. I saw a body shot late in the Matthew Macklin fight that got Golovkin's attention. I mean, Macklin, he got a noticeable reaction from Golovkin. And I think Brook should at least test him there throughout the fight. Brook has to consistently get off first and move. Every once in a while, sit on a punch and throw it with some conviction. Who knows? I mean, he might find pay dirt and then get out of there. So, or if he buzzes Golovkin, I mean, he has to go in for the kill. For Gennady Golovkin, patience is the key. I mean, as usual, apply pressure and work behind what might be the best jab in boxing. Take your time. Cut the ring off. Focus on your defense, because I think Kell is going to take some big chances because his thing is, let's shock the world. Let's go out there. I got all this muscle on me. Let's take some chances. What I think is somewhere in between Kell Brook taking chances and throwing punches, I think there'll be opportunities for Golovkin to counter. And when he does, he'll hurt Brook. And that's when he should try to get him. Now, he might finish him there, or he might attempt to wear Brook down a little bit more. Either way, I like Golovkin in a spirited fight here. The pick is Gennady Golovkin by 8th or 9th round TKO. That's how I see this fight going. I think he'll eventually wear Kell Brook down, and I think he'll stop him in a fight that it won't be, won't be as one-sided as people think. I think Brook he's in his hometown. I mean, he's going to have the confidence, and I think he's going to bring something to the party. But then I think Golovkin eventually is going to put those lights out at the party, and that'll be the end of that. So make sure you check out our first video of the day, which is the Carlos Cuadras versus Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez WBC Super Flyweight title fight. And then you got our prediction here, which once again is for the IBF, WBC, and IBO World middleweight titles. The WBA belt won't be on the line, and Kell Brook's IBF title, of course, is not on the line. That's at welterweight. So make sure you check us out at The Fight Journal on Twitter. Go to our website, www.thefightjournal.com. At the top left side of the screen, you'll see a link. You'll see a box that has follow this blog via email. If you type your email in there and then submit, you won't have to come looking for us. Every video we do, every interview we do, every story we do, once it posts to our website, it'll come automatically to your email. If you're using a mobile phone, then go to our site and you see a blue and white screen. Go to the bottom of that page and select click here for full site or full site, and it'll take you to the full site. You won't see the box to sign up to follow us or get the emails unless you're in the full site view. Also, on our first video, we gave we talked about Soto Karass, as well as the Soto Karass and his second fight with his Kamagai. And then we also talked about Friday's fight card, don't miss that also, which is the second fight between Daniel Jacobs and Sergio Mora for Jacobs' title that he won from Peter Quillen. We'll catch you on the next one.